if you are without passion or without drive, it's typically just not controlling your breathing because the fire needs the air or it can't burn. So if you're too airy, then you have less fire. If you have a bunch of fire and it's not enough air, then it just turns into smoke and everything is smoky. Smoke and mirrors. It's thicker smoke. If it's a bunch of fire, a bunch of fuel, and no air to create a pressure or what they would call a vacuum or whatever to ignite that spark and create a drive or propulsion. You look at the body and life itself like a car, just like a video game, how the character or car doesn't move and the scenario around it changes. The car and the character stay center in a video game. You play Grand Theft Auto and it's the scene that moves and the person just makes movements with the body, but the body stays center. So it's the same thing in life. You are going through life and life is going through you. So if you don't control your breathing, you're in and you're out, which is life going through you and you going through life, then you don't have control of your passion. You don't have control of your drive. So, most people, their work isn't their workout because of the compensation game, the constant countering, trying to measure. The more you measure life and counter life, and I do this for that, and I do this to counter that, and I take this for that, and I need these to deal with this other thing. That's countering. That's the compensation game. That's the this and that. That's the yin and yang battle that is for eternity that keeps you locked in uh, left versus right, Republican, Democrat, black, white, not piercing the void. So when you're in that lifestyle and you're passionless and you're behind on your breathing and you have a bunch of fuel that isn't uh, pressurized right, the energy isn't pressurized right, then you of course you have a mismanagement of the energy and the cycles of your day. So you need to work out. And what is a workout? A workout is a self-induced fever. You create a self-induced fever to burn off the toxins. So as you catch up on your breathing and you get in touch with your passion as your body's vacuum, as the pressure changes, because you breathe from your diaphragm, so you change your digestion, your metabolism changes. And again, metabolism, meta means before. So metaphysics, your metabolism, it's all there in the wordplay. It all changes once you control your breathing. So you metabolize energy better and your fuel gets burned better, then you can metabolize life itself better. Life goes through you and you go through it better. So the exchange is more clear and it's not smoky. The fire is controlled. It's a steady flame. So if you're not in a job or if I don't want to say job, I should say job. If your occupation is not keeping you in shape, if it's not if your work, because your work should be your workout, and what do you work in? You got to always question yourself and the two-way street. So that it's a self-induced fever. Whenever you work out, you're creating a fever so you can burn off the toxins, so that you can compensate for having a job that you hate that makes you eat food that stimulates you, because you need to be stimulated through the job because there's no passion there, because you already learned the lessons that job can teach you. So it's a fruitless job for you at this point. It's a fruitless venture in your soul. Maybe in a 3D level it's not fruitless, but again, it's just you. What's your value system? Do you want to be stimulated? Do you want to be, these are shiny mirrors and shiny food, the food, look, everything is it's just like kid in a candy shop. That's what Earth is basically. So you you have to control the breathing, and that controls everything. That's pretty much the only thing you have control of in life anyway, is your breathing, because that controls your emotions and your temperament, and that controls all the ripples from dream to creation, from creation to reaction, from dream to life, or what have you. So your work should be your workout. And all working out is a self-induced fever to counter the fact that your work isn't a workout, because it's something that is stagnant. And the more stagnant your emotions become, the more acidic your thoughts and emotions become. And then it has to manifest on a physical level. So then you reach for acidic foods and drinks and all different forms of acid, and it all follows. So then your body, goes through the relative